Day 2. So I did remember to bring my microphone today. So I'll get that hooked up with the Bluetooth. I'm going to hope my battery lasts me through my first 4 classes so I can charge it during my conference because my 2-year-old has been using it all summer. But today I've got the microphone. I found this little cutie at Goodwill. So I haven't used one of these before in my classroom, but I think it'll work pretty well with some of the classes I have. And I'm looking forward to our lessons today. I've got a couple of our bilingual classes today, and that's always great. I noticed a huge behavior shift in those classes, just because the class sizes are smaller is a big part of it. But other than that, while I'm waiting for my Keurig to warm up, I need to switch out my board, write down what classes are coming into the STEM lab today. I need to grab the journals that I covered out of my car because I got all of their math and science journals covered with the papers they decorated yesterday for my math and science class. And then in STEM, I have a few materials I need to just get put away, like my big tub of tape and all of that, because I brought that out yesterday when I was covering journals. So, let's see. My Keurig is full. My cup is clean because I cleaned it yesterday. Coffee is on my cart. So while I get that brewing, there isn't a whole lot I plan to change about my lesson in STEM for today, but I've had a lot of time to kind of modify this lesson over the course of last year and the year before, and get these cards kind of where I want them. The kids are learning expectations for the STEM lab, and then they're doing a Lego building challenge. Card has a picture, it's got a description, it's got a list of limitations. So like for my kindergartners, they only look at the picture when they're creating. They identify different things they see in the picture, whether it be color, whether it be characteristics, like the duck has 2 legs. And it tiers all the way up to my 5th graders who have to use all 3 limitations on the card. So the kids have a lot of fun with that. I have them for all the seasons at this point. I'd put them on teacher pay teacher, but they're for personal use because I haven't gotten copyright free images for it. But that's our bell. So we're ready to start another day. I've got my coffee. Got a whole big creamer. And I think we're ready to get started and see how this day goes. So I'm recording in my car because I forgot to record before I left the building, but it is around 5 o'clock. And I am just now leaving. Today was rough. My STEM lessons went beautifully. They went great. All 4 of my grade levels, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, lessons were fantastic. The kids had a lot of fun. They all got through the activity. But my math lesson today for 5th grade, not my best work. It's a newer curriculum for us. We're doing Bluebonnet Learning this year, and it has been about 5 years since I taught math. It's been 3 years since I taught in a classroom. That was like a gen ed classroom. And I am struggling. So next week, my schedule is on our Gifted and Talented Week rotation. So I won't have STEM. Instead, I'll have Gifted and Talented, but Gifted and Talented won't have started yet. So I already talked to the other math teacher on my grade level. I'm going to go and observe his class in the morning when I would normally have GT kids. Observe his math lesson. I'm going to go observe the homeroom teacher, the kids that I have for math, at least twice during the week, so I can kind of monitor behavior and see what I can do to encourage more success in my room. Because one of the biggest issues we had today was Bluebonnet has a lot of discourse built in, which is fantastic. But because we started it on day 2, I didn't have as much time as I needed. Like, some people can get it done in no time, but I did not have the time to set the foundation that I needed to run the discourse that Bluebonnet is asking for. So I had a really hard time getting the kids refocused, a really hard time getting them back on track with things. So we'll be working on that tomorrow. And per Bluebonnet, we're gonna power through and do lesson 2 tomorrow. So we'll see how that goes. I'm hoping that I can mitigate some of the extra discussions that are happening and off-topic conversations happening during the lesson by fixing their seating chart. They know they're getting a new seating chart tomorrow. In addition to that, I talked with their homeroom teacher, and him and I have already discussed we're a team. The kids know we're a team and that we talk to each other about behavior and academics. So he's going to talk to them about their behavior in math. And in addition to that, I'm hoping I can get a really fun time going in the science portion of our lesson. We didn't really get to dive into it today, but tomorrow's supposed to be a lab, and usually that creates quite a bit more engagement. But all in all, it wasn't a terrible day. I just don't feel like I have the polished skills that I need to be successful in this classroom right now. I think I can get there in the next 2 weeks or so. But their journals are all set up, so we can start using those for warm-ups, and that'll get them into more of a routine. We're getting much closer to having the time between math and science split the way I would like. But, they wore me out today. I may need to get some fidgets too. I combed through all of my kids' accommodations at the start of the year, so I know I have a couple that would benefit from it, but we'll see. I think guys need a good night's rest. After I get a little bit of rest, then I can reevaluate this some more. But I put together some post-mortem slides for the kiddos for tomorrow. So we'll reflect on the math lesson from today, talk about what went well, what didn't, and then we'll talk about our solutions to that. So our solutions to it are going to be the seating chart for 1. 2, I'm going to let them decide on their callback that we're going to use. That might help a little bit with gaining their attention when I need it. And from there, we'll see how it goes. If it doesn't go well tomorrow, it's only the 3rd day of school. There's plenty of time. I'll start panicking if it's still like this on week 3. But until tomorrow.